How to thrive during a crisis in your lawn and landscape company. Stick around to the very end. This one's going to be good. All right, everybody, you know the drill. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, and hit the bell to get notifications of videos as soon as they drop. And this is going to be a really big one. This is going to be a reminder for myself as well. And that's why I thought this thing would be so powerful to come on here and talk about this. So do me the favor, share the love of this channel and hit that like button, hit subscribe. It means the world to me. So let's get right into this. How to thrive during crisis in your lawn and landscape company. Such a big topic that at some level, I'm sure everyone is thinking about right now. You know, everyone is stressed out right now. It doesn't matter what your position was before this started. You've just been thrown for a loop and you're trying to figure it out. And it's a big deal. So I wanted to hit on some points, some reminders for myself that I know would be good reminders for everybody else out there too, and some things to think about. So number one, you have to stay level-headed and not let it drag you too far down. You know, if you're watching the current situation going on in the world, it is very easy to sit on the news and listen to stuff on Facebook and be addicted to the information as it comes in. And the problem is, you know, there's some things you're not going to be able to change, and it just continues to drag you down the rabbit hole of not getting anything done or freaking out. So you have to try to stay level-headed. It's okay to go out and learn what you need to learn what you need to learn to know what's going on. But at some point you have to kind of nip that in the bud. And that's something I had to do to myself. You know, last weekend it was such a big push to figure out if we could still operate. This week it's been, you know, just trying to see the information as it comes, and you know, it just drags you down. It's a constant wear on you. And it's a great reminder even to myself that at some point you have to kind of nip that in the bud and be like, okay, I know what's going on. I'm going to check tabs on it here and there, but I'm going to continue to move forward and do the best I can do to do my part in the situation to help and not let it just destroy everything and slow and stop the wheels turning on everything around you if you can help it. So number two is another really awesome one, such a meaningful one, probably the most meaningful part out of all this whole video I'm about to make. And that is creativity. And you might ask, what do I mean by creativity? Why is creativity such a big point? Well, I believe that the best business people or the best people at doing almost anything usually don't have, it's not the huge IQ, it's maybe not even their skill on certain things, but it's their level of creativity. And definitely in business, the level of creativity that someone has determines so much about what they're going to be able to get through and get over. You know, because there was someone that posted on the last video I was talking about, I had a live video and I was talking about continuing marketing and continue doing this and looking for any plus sides in this and getting on the back side of this and all of that. And they had kind of a negative outlook. And I understand the negative outlook. This can be crushing people, and it will crush people. But no matter what, that's another thing of going down the rabbit hole. You have to, this is a time where in your business, if someone is creative, they will shift, they will make changes, they will cut, they will do whatever it takes to continue operating, to continue getting better. So truly using your creativity at this time, looking for the positives, looking for any good nuances you can take out of this and turn things around for you, looking for any cuts, any creativity or creative ways to save money or change something you're doing or change your business to allow it to adapt to what's going on right now. So a huge point in thriving, if you're going to continue to succeed at all, is just being creative, using your creativity, not overthinking it, but just looking at the big picture and just think outside of the box and be creative about what you can do. Don't be so honed in on this is what's always happened and this will crush me. Look at it with a creative outlook on what could I change? What are my options? What are we going to do different? How are we going to get through this? How are we going to go over that? Because this situation, something really bad, or the economy going down the tank, and just in general, is something that I've always been thinking about, and I've always been wanting to try to make sure we're as prepared as possible for it. But this is a black swan event, which I've read about and listened to people speak on, and just something that no one could ever predict. And this is like the largest scale version of a challenge you can have in business. But every day in business, if it's not employees, or it's not the workload, or if it's not the phone calls, if it's always a challenge. That's business. That's why business owners are weird people, because they like to just set themselves up to face constant challenge and go through that. And that's why I say that the best business people are creative, because they're constantly working on creative approaches to fix this. You never can be set in this is the way we do it. That's what's going to work. You must attack something, and if it doesn't work, change, and attack something. If it doesn't work, change, and do it fast enough that just because you've made some failures, you get through it and it doesn't completely bog you down and kill your business. So creativity is huge. It is the biggest point of this whole thing. And now what that creativity leads into is the third piece of this, and that is come up with a plan and attack. We've talked about the rest now. We've talked about don't get bogged down. Don't let it bring you so far down that you can't operate. We've talked about being creative, to come up with ideas that will allow you to do things differently and change your business and potentially allow you to get through these tough times, or allow you to push through these tough times. So now that we've talked about that, the last part of it is come up with a plan and attack. Like I said in the creativity talk, you've got to come up with a plan and attack. You've got to say, this is what we're going to do. Whether it be wrong or right, you got to use your best judgment, and you've got to go. You've got to move forward. And then when it's wrong, you've got to change and move forward again and keep attacking. So you come up with your best plan, you do not waste time, and you keep moving forward. This is going to be something that we've just got to look to the end of, guys. We don't know when it's going to end. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how bad it's going to get. So looking down at your feet and thinking about how horrible it is right now isn't going to take you very far. Looking at the light that may potentially be at the end of the tunnel is the only direction to look. So you must make a plan and attack. This has been, like I said, this is a reminder for me. I've been struggling with these points. I've been bogged down. I've been just kind of lost thinking about all this stuff. I've already been inundated with tons of estimates and tons of other stuff going on that was really hitting before all this even happened. And this has just been a constant weight. It's like a heavy weight on your shoulders at all times. And I know that's how this feels for everyone. So this is as much to you to help as it is a reminder to me that these are things that I know, because I've done this and I've been in these challenging situations, and I know that being reactive and not freaking out and continuing down that rabbit hole, which it is very easy to do, doesn't take you very far. So I hope this has hit home with you guys. If it has, leave a comment down below. Leave a comment of what you're doing right now, how you're affected, how things have changed, what you have been creative and changed. If you think you'll never get through this, if you see a light at the end of the tunnel, leave it in the comments below. Also, share this with somebody else, in the lawn and landscape or any business, because this pertains to anybody that is feeling down right now and looking for, and just thinking they can't do it, because there's going to be a ton of that. This is a challenge, and all challenges, are just a detour on the course of life, and you've got to get through them. You can't just stop and let it kill you. So share this with anybody that this may help. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, and everyone, I appreciate you watching this. It has helped me just getting to talk about this, and I hope it helps you. I look forward to making more videos and talking to everybody soon. Have a good weekend.